Cars with Casey. I'm Casey Dobbins, and I'm so glad you're here. We have been test driving this mid-size SUV for about a week now. You want to talk about family friendly? It's amazing. If you don't want to commit to a full size yet, you're not sure you need that much room, you want to save on some gas mileage, this mid-size SUV has it all, and I can't wait to show you around. Let's take a look at the door panel. Lots of buttons here, but they're all easily labeled. So we have our window controls. The reason the driver's only has the A, it's the only one that goes down automatically by pushing it down and letting go. It'll continue to roll down. These don't, not a big deal at all. I just wanted to point out that's why that one had the A and the others don't. Okay, this is your window lock. This folds your mirrors in. If you were going to the car wash or parking in a tight spot, this would fold your mirrors. This adjusts your mirrors, so this would be your driver's side. Use your arrows to fix your mirror, or your passenger side. Of course, we have a memory setting. All you have to do is hit the set button in which number you want to be. So I'm always number 1. So when I get in, all I have to do is hit number 1 and it adjusts my seats and my mirrors how I like them. Well, of course, then we have unlock and lock. Down here, just like the Blazer, this has, this is for your lift gate. So you can open it up all the way. If you have a low ceiling in your garage, you may want to change it to 3/4, and then all you have to do is press the middle button to open up the lift gate. Down here, we do have some great compartments. I have a water bottle stuck in there. It's not going to hold like a big water bottle, but this does fit in here pretty good. I always think maybe like an umbrella down in here. It's pretty deep and it goes way back in here. It's just a narrow spot, but definitely could keep an umbrella and some Kleenex in there. So now that we're on the inside, let's talk about what's up here in the front for the driver and the passenger. The seats are so comfortable. I've loved driving the Buick. It drives more like a car, but it's a huge mid-size SUV. So I've enjoyed driving it. I have great visibility, and this vehicle has so much to offer up front. It's almost, I mean, it really has everything I can think of that I would need or want. The driver has so much going on over here, and one of my very favorite things is the head-up display. I've never driven a vehicle with that, and let me show you what all the buttons we have on the steering wheel and your head-up display. Okay, so this, if you watch the Blazer video, this steering wheel looks almost identical to the Blazer. Here we have our cruise controls. To turn it on, you just press this button, and then to set, you would press this down. You can add speed by pressing this up, or slow down by pressing this down, and then you can just turn it off with the same button you turned it on. This is your collision alert, and you can see I have it set to the 2 lines. You can change that to whatever you prefer using that button, and it will display it up on the dash. And then of course you have a heated seat, which I find very useful in the winter. On this side, this is to mute everything, your voice control, and then this controls what you see in your dash. You can change it. There's several different things you can display up in the dash, and all you have to do is just roll this to change it. All right, head-up display. I hope you can see it. You can see that 0 up there right now. So this is so cool. When you're going down the road, I have it set on, it has the speed limit and how fast I'm going. And then of course my lane assist pops up there too. But to change that, you're just gonna use this head-up display button. You can move it up and down depending on the height of the driver. Then this is to change the info that's displayed. If you didn't want to see the speed limit or something like that, you can change. I think it'll do your gas mileage, what songs on the radio, and you can use that to change. And then this is to make it bright or dim the light on the head-up display. And I have loved having this. I don't know, I've gotten really used to it and I've enjoyed it a lot. Okay, so let's take a look at all of this. Lots of buttons up here, but very easy to navigate through. So this is your auto start stop. If you're at a traffic light, you come to a complete stop, your vehicle will shut off. When you lift your foot off the brake, it will turn back on for you. It doesn't bother me. I know some people don't like it, and you can turn it off right there, easy peasy. Hazard lights, parking assist, lane keeping assist, and if you don't like those, all you have to do is turn them off right there. I find them to be very useful. So the screen is not huge, but it's still a great size, and it has tons to offer up here. So we have our audio, which FM AM radio, obviously, Sirius XM, wireless Apple CarPlay. You can set up your phone in here, navigation. There is a Wi-Fi hotspot. I do think that comes with a monthly fee, but it's here if you want it. The users I love, you can set up different users of the vehicle who are going to drive it. So if you wanted to set your own radio stations, your own Sirius stations, all of that, you can create profiles in the user tab, and you just switch to who's driving so it doesn't mess up your radio stations and phone and stuff like that. Of course, you have your settings, Apple CarPlay, and then your Android if you have an Android. I love that you can go to the camera and see. It has a great backup camera, plus it has this overview. I like it because you can see if you're in the lines. Obviously, we're parked sideways right now, but I love that you can see if you're in the lines from there, and you can change your camera view by pressing these buttons here. So lots going on up here. All right, let's take a look at what we have down here. So of course, these are just some buttons that are going to control up here. This is your home button to take you back to the main screen. Of course, these are your search buttons, power, volume, and then a back button to take you back to the previous screen. We have air control down here, heated seats, ventilated seats on the driver and the passenger side, dual air control, fan speed, of course on and off. This is going to show where your, it'll pull it up here and where your air is blowing, whether it be the top or your feet. And then of course you have your defrost here. USB-C, USB, wireless charging pad, which just like the Blazer, I love. It just slides down in there. It's so easy. It just fits perfectly. I have an iPhone 13, the bigger one, and it just fits perfectly down in there. Plus there's another little space for something else here. Great cup holders. So my 40-ounce water bottle fits perfectly in there. It's not going anywhere. Plus there's an extra spot for another. Sometimes I have a real coffee mug, and I like that the handle will fit right there. So if you had a real coffee mug, it will fit down in there with the handle. Okay, I don't know why, but I love how you put this vehicle into gear. So it's in park now. Obviously your foot would be on the brake. To put it in reverse, you just lift up on this little silver tab here. Same thing for drive. You just lift that tab up and it will turn orange when you know you're in drive, or reverse. Neutral, you just actually press the button. I love that when you put it in reverse or drive or neutral, it locks the doors automatically. You don't even have to be moving yet. As soon as you put it in gear, the doors lock. As soon as you put it back in park, the doors unlock. I personally love that. If you don't, you can go into settings and change that. All right, let's take a look inside the console. It does have a great console. The only thing that I don't love, they have this great storage spot up here, but you have to actually take it out to get to the bottom, which is a great storage down here. It goes deep, I wish this was like automatic or something. I know, like that's so silly. Definitely not a make or break. But I would just put things under here that I'm not going to use as often, and then things that I use all the time up here. Plus the storage, there is another storage compartment under here. So it even has a 12-volt charger down here. But you could put all kinds of stuff. Like I'd honestly probably keep my purse down there. You can keep all kinds of stuff down there, and it goes through on both sides. Okay, one thing I love about the rear view mirror, if you had someone sitting in the back, the third row in the middle, you can't see out that back window from your mirror to see what's behind you. You can flip this, and now you have a camera. So if you had something packed in the back, it was too high, or a person, now you have a camera that you can see what's behind you without using that window. I love that. Up top, we have our voice control, OnStar, and your help button. And then you can see if your passenger airbags are on or off. This is when you open the door. If you do not want the lights to come on, you can just press that, and then when you open the door, the lights won't come on. I prefer them to come on because honestly, it just tells me if my lights are, my doors are shut, because then the lights go off. This is to turn your lights on or off. And we have 3 garage door controls. Those are so easy to set if you have a remote. It is super easy to do. You just hold down which button you want to do and hold down your garage door and watch for the little light to blink. And then you have 3 garage doors that you can set in your vehicle and don't have to carry your remote. Then we have a place for sunglasses. I think this has so much to offer in it. Let's take a look in the second row. First off, holy moly, this room. This seat is set for me. I'm 5'6". I have so much space. Of course, this seat is pushed all the way back, and there's hardly any room on the third row. If you're not using the third row, that's fine. But I have space. An adult fits easy here. There's captain's chairs, which I think give you a little more room, a little more space. And this seat moves easy. You just pull it up and push it back. So if you have someone on the third row, you're going to want to pull it up so you have plenty of room in the back. Controls in the back. You have your fan speed, your temperature. They can turn it on auto. You can do the mode, whether it's coming out at the ceiling vents, the floor, or both. Both captain's chairs have heated seats. We have a plug-in and 2 USBs. The door panel on the back doors, super easy. Of course, you have your window control. This is a little cubby you could just keep stuff in. A water bottle does not fit. It will fall out. My kids always find something to keep in it though. This is the cup holder. It fits a water bottle like this perfect, and stuff that's even bigger than that. I love that the cup holders are in the door. I don't know, it doesn't seem as junky, not stuff everywhere. Plus they have a small compartment down here. It does not have a ton of room, but you could keep stuff like Kleenex or garbage bags or things like that in there that you're gonna need for a road trip. I love the Buick captain's chairs. So on the passenger side, it has a car seat friendly tilt. All you have to do is pull this, and then it slides forward, so you could leave your car seat in there and still have access to the third row. Third row, not too bad actually. Okay, so this seat I did scoot up a little bit. If I had it pushed all the way back, I mean, my knees are pretty pulled in, but I have it scooted up about halfway. I still have room. I'm 5'6". I'm not touching. I mean, I could ride back here. I probably wouldn't want to go on like a 10-hour road trip, but I could definitely ride back here. A kid will be perfect. There's 2 cup holders and a USB on each side. While both captain's chairs have lower anchors and tether anchors, there are no lower anchors in the back, but there's a tether anchor on each individual seat. Plus there's air vents in the ceiling, which is awesome. Okay, so 3 different ways to open up your lift gate. It does have a hands-free lift gate. There's a button right under here you can press, it'll open. You could use your remote, and all you have to do is press this button 2 times and it will open. Or, my favorite as a mom, hands-free. You just swipe your foot under there and it opens as long as you have your key with you. So great automatic lift gate. The back of the Buick Enclave, it's amazing. It has so much room. Almost, I guess probably not quite as wide as my Expedition, but just as much space right here. And with these seats down, you have tons of room. Plus, Buick has snuck in a little hidden compartment. So if you take a look under here, look at this. It is so deep. You could put so much stuff under there, and you could keep it under there if you're traveling. You could put beach bags, towels, all kinds of stuff under there and have plenty of room. I love this. I just happened up on it. I always try to open up and see if there's any hidden compartments, and I was honestly shocked by that one. Okay, so it does have power seats. All you have to do is press this, hold it down, and it folds flat. Press, hold it down. I think on the first one I did the up one on accident. Okay, so tons and tons of space. Those seats will actually come back just a little bit, but you have tons of room. The Buick Enclave has seriously blown me away with how much room is back here, which is also comparable to your Chevrolet Traverse or your GMC Acadia, the biggest mid-size SUVs on the market.